He's afraid to tell Gumi if is this at all before getting started, and I'm just now realizing that it seems like my mic was not working the first 10 seconds there, but hopefully it's working now. Okay. I have not touched, and I truly mean this, I have not touched this repo since the last stream. I probably should have. The smart thing to do would probably have been to, you know, brush up on what all we were making, try to remember where we were at. But unfortunately, it seemed like it would be more fun to simply go with the flow for this. And Losat, you know, good question. Gumi is very fucking sober right now for a vibe coding stream. So that's fun. Doing pretty well though. How are you? I think I need to restart this terminal though, because for whatever reason, OBS does not want to pick it up correctly. Please bear with me for a moment. Always some level of scuff on these streams. Hopefully this works now. We shall see. Layer this properly. I meant to do this stream yesterday, but the wind was just killing my electricity. It's quite fun. Very happy about that. Okay, it looks like it's showing up correctly now. So given that I have not opened this repo at all since the last stream, I need to update Loa. Probably gonna be sitting here for a minute. I've been stuck in Libera Codex land all morning, so it feels kind of odd to emerge from that. So many updates. I'm being very responsible and not even actually reading any of this. Hopefully I'm handling this the right way. I feel like I probably should have done this off stream, but oh well, here we are. I truly do not remember too much about what we were working on here. I know there was some sort of chart involved, something astrology related. Yeah, I'm very sure that telling it to make no mistakes will absolutely result in it not making any mistakes at all. It's a wonderful fucking meme, honestly. I love that post, I think from the other day, where it was all like, oh, Claude, feel free to make mistakes and learn from them. I thought that was fucking hilarious. Alright, yeah, a lot of updates. We were on 1.35 before, now we're on 1.39.1. And yeah, I do not remember where we were at, so let's run Loa. Yeah, this is the second Loa stream, and that sounds about right. It's that, I think. I'm gonna try to adjust how this terminal looks. There, it seems a little more centered. This doesn't seem right. There should be, there should be project history. Let me look in the files and see what is up. Sorry for all the silence. I'm just confused as to why it's not picking up the old shit. I should probably do a feedback thing here. Didn't want to do user feedback just immediately, but I think we might have to. Okay, I guess I get why it did what it did. That just felt a little odd. Okay, let's start a new cycle. But first, I want to get this up on my dev server so we can take a look at what we have. Probably gonna take a second. So I think it would be helpful if we clicked through and actually got a good idea of where we're at. Wow, sorry if you heard that. My dog wants in the room. There's always something going on at the zoo with Gumi. Okay, well, I'm not actually going to bother to show that on screen because I opened it on the dev server and it does not seem to actually be working correctly now, which is fucking wonderful. Ah, shit, I sent way too early. Yeah, I think this is going to be kind of a scuffed, boring stream, and I'm very sorry about that, but it's just kind of how things are sometimes. Maybe I'll get high at some point, so I'm actually a bit more entertaining when I talk about shit, but we'll see. I don't know why this isn't building properly. Got hella errors when I go there, so I'm gonna paste those in. What do you mean by interactive hero? Is it like a banner? It's cool that you're making shit though. Yeah, this is fantastic. I think the first part of this stream is simply going to make sure our original creation even builds properly. Sorry, I definitely should have checked in on this before stream, but part of me is also like motivated to document the stuff since it's very in line with what we've been doing with like how I'm only drawing on stream for now and whatnot. So I don't know. Transparency good, I guess. Okay, yay, it is building properly now. I am going to put it up on the screen. Gonna take me a minute though. Do I need to have both of my fucking windows up on stream somehow or something? Because I am just switching between two things a lot. And I see your messages, Sat. I will read and respond shortly. Let me know if my volume got too high. I think I accidentally nudged my slider. Yeah, it's really nice when you have a bunch of pre-existing assets that you can just simply throw at Claude. It's a lot easier than like having to get AI to come up with everything that you're having to work with. Okay, well that's good to hear about the volume at least. Okay, this is working now. Because before when we hit look up it just kind of broke, but now it seems to be okay. Alright, I kind of remember this results page. Right off the bat, I don't really like that everything is just center aligned. I don't like that we're using the emoji instead of just the straight up Unicode symbols. Those labels feel boring. The mycelial network, I feel like, I don't know. What does it add here to the user's experience? Because I don't really feel like it adds too much of anything right now. I think part of the thing that I'm running into right now as I'm thinking through what phase I want to enter next with this app is that it's very, I don't want to say basic, but you know, its mission is very straightforward compared to a lot of the stuff I've been working on lately. So in my head, I'm trying to see, how far do we take this? Or do we just keep it simple? I don't like the word resonance here. It doesn't, feels a little slop adjacent. I feel like I get the same vibe from the word cosmic being used here. So view network just scrolls you down. I think since the mycelial network does have the potential to be one of the more visually interesting components, we should probably make it a bit higher in the hierarchy. Maybe if we want to highlight the Mabera more as well, we should actually consider pulling in the image of the Mabera itself. It would be nice if the results page was more of like an actual, not a page that you scroll really, something that looks more like a dashboard where everything is front and center. I'm gonna think about it for a moment. Hello, Sheik. Good to have you here. And yeah, I agree entirely. Like, Unicode in general, just it ain't broken, don't fix it. A lot of emojis just piss me the fuck off. And I don't like how AI tends to, I don't know, it seems to default to a lot of it. Okay, let's run plan and analyze. There's something up with my voice transcription thing. I switched to a different model recently and it isn't doing as well as the model I was using previously, and fixing that means that I need to re-download like a 4 gig file, delete some shit, and reconfigure some shit, so you're gonna have to hear me type a bit today, and I'm very sorry about that. If I remember, I will mute before I start typing. Not unless y'all are fine hearing my fucking keyboard. I just feel like I make y'all listen to that a bit too much, and it's not just essential for the gumi experience. I'm doing pretty well, Sheik. I'm very sober today. Feeling quite good, though. Gotten a lot of Mabera Codex work done, and I can't wait to have that all pushed. Have a lot more to do on that front. Have some art stuff to do. Have some other shit to do. So much to do. But it's fun. How are you doing? This is true, you really do usually have to pay extra for the keyboard sounds, but I guess I can include them for free. Whenever we're actually at the point where I can start typing. if I lost the previous PRD by updating Loa somehow. I'm probably gonna actually look into that after stream. I probably agreed to something that I shouldn't have in the process of updating Loa. None of the above. Let's first take a look at proving the hierarchy within the existing app. How do I want to phrase this? Let's look at the site. Network feature should be more prominently displayed. We should consider pulling in the image of Libera. But displayed as well. Let's make sure not to use emoji. Default to Unicode symbols. What else? Ugh, I don't like that. Let's do some general visual tightening up as well. What color should I tell it to use that isn't purple? Because it's using that purple that it always fucking uses, and that purple fucking pisses me off. You see it so damn much in vibe coded shit. I could be wrong, honestly. I just feel like I've seen it a lot. We should incorporate wallet connect integration so that users can only do this with their bears. Ideally, they should pick from their inventory as opposed to looking up Nibera's by ID. Anything else to say here? So I want to be as thorough as possible when it comes to this round of feedback. I'm curious just to see what happens if you put in the same Ibera twice. Does it spawn another? Oh no, okay. Not a huge fan of everything being center aligned, not centered aligned. As you can see, I'm being very fucking eloquent here. Got it in the feedback on a positive note. Let's just go with that. I usually go a lot more long-winded and give a lot more context, but curious to see how it does with just basic feedback. Yeah, in general, I feel like it's better to just use, you know, natural human language when collaborating with Loa, especially. I don't know, just being very real about the circumstances you are creating with them, being real about what the fuck you're doing at all. Like, there's no reason not to be, so why not? Spirit images are hosted on Iris. You decide. Whenever it gives me the option to just let it decide, I will generally just go that way. Excuse me for a moment while I drink some water. Yeah, it's funny that you say that, because, like, I used to catch myself or, like, stop myself from talking to AI in various ways, but I've found that I get better results if I just talk to it like I would any coworker. At the end of the day, it's a partner, it's a, you know, collaborative entity. I might as well treat it like one. Okay, a couple of final questions. That wasn't a couple of final questions, that was one question. No, like, literally, like, you're probably joking, but literally it do be like that sometimes with Claude and Loa. Yeah, yo, Claude, what's up? How's it going? I've been thinking about the cycle we did last night, and I want to improve some shit. etc., etc. Alright, let's continue. I need to play around with Gemini more. I did install Gemini CLI recently. Don't have tons of feedback about it yet. I don't think I'm on the latest model. I know there was like a new one kind of recently. Yeah, power is fortunately fully back, and I haven't had any issues so far today. We've been getting some crazy fucking wind here lately. Like I went on a jog earlier in the morning, and just it was kind of actually difficult to like run in a straight line because the wind was so strong. But thankfully it's not been strong enough today to knock out the power and make it flicker. Because it's not even that like my electricity was going out for long periods of times. It was that, you know, it would go out for a very short period of time to the point where the internet would get knocked out. And then I'd have to wait like 15, 20 minutes for it to fully come back while I had electricity, and that was just fucking annoying and did not bode well for streaming at all. But thankfully the sun is shining, the winds are slightly calmer, and I am, God, already 40 minutes deep into a rather scuffed Loa stream. We are only on the software design document now. It was supposed to go faster than this. I am very sorry, y'all. Like, yeah, let's just continue. Very curious to see how it goes with the last round of feedback. I need to fix my voice to text thing because I really feel like I prompt a lot better and give more thorough feedback when I can actually just do voice to text. Yeah, I feel like my Claude use has been way more efficient ever since I fucking switched to voice to text. Well, I do appreciate you showing up, Sheik. Don't feel like you have to set timers for to be here, especially with how fucking scuffed Gumi streams are the first 10-15 minutes. But I do hope that you are distracted by good things. I honestly completely part of the reason why the stream was so scuffed today is that I was very distracted with Mabera Codex work up until like 3-4 minutes before stream, so I had to fucking scramble to get it all situated. You know what? I don't think I actually talked about what I just did in Loa. Let me put it up on screen. I did this. It integrates flatline protocol reviews at every stage, and that's pretty cool because it basically just has Codex and Claude essentially go at each other. I do not know how to explain it more eloquently than that, but I highly recommend checking out this particular workflow if you end up fucking with Loa. I probably should have run it earlier, but not being super efficient about how I use Loa this stream. And I guess that's one thing that I appreciate about doing a lot of work in Loa lately. You can make mistakes, you can get lost in the process, but you will still find your way, and it is good at staying, what's the right way to put it? Staying in line? There's always a lot of time to kill, especially in these phases. I generally have like 4 or 5 terminals open running through this sort of shit, unless it's like Mabera Codex work I was doing earlier where I have maybe 2 terminals open and then 1 Obsidian window open and I'm manually editing shit. But given that there's often a bit of time to kill while reading and working and waiting on Claude, I've gotten very into making hella rave candy. There are tons, like hundreds if not thousands of beads on my desk in various storage receptacles, and I have just been making bracelets and stars. It's an incredibly mentally ill stim, it feels like, just because my hand's something to do that isn't drawing, since, you know, I'm not drawing on off a stream anymore. So it's been fun kind of learning more about this particular craft, even if it has resulted in me having a bunch of plastic with nowhere to go now. Well, that's not fair. A lot of this I'm intending on just giving away at raves and shit. Maybe I can mail some out to y'all if I make enough Mabera themed bracelets. It's just very satisfying being able to physically create stuff. I will probably show it off in the gumi chat later, sure. I promise there's like nothing at all impressive here, it's just a bunch of fucking junk, but it'll be entertaining to show y'all. Maybe I can sort some beads while we wait. If you're willing to listen to the sound of all of that. There's always bead sorting to do. It's one of the cheapest way to buy beads I've found. Involves buying them by like the thousands. And it'll all just come in one fucking bag with all the colors mixed. So you have to manually, you know, pick out the colors you want. And it's a bit time consuming, but it's brainless and very easy to do while working. I guess this is related to Mabera in some way, since rave candy is a huge part of rave culture, at least in the US. I'm not sure if this rings true for other parts of the world, but I swear I always leave the rave with a bracelet or two whenever I go to one. And I've historically been kind of bad at bringing shit to give to people, but I've gotten better at that recently just because of this terrible habit. And what sucks about this habit too is that it's very fucking cheap. I've spent maybe less than $50 altogether the past few months of being into this. It's awful. But yeah, doesn't it suck feeling like you have to do shit with your hands a lot of times? It's like, why can't the brain, why can't the body rest? 5, 10, 15, 20, I need 2 more. Counting out 25 beads, because 25 goes into 1 star. And yet that's exactly, it fucking sucks because it's very accessible, and the last thing that Gumi of all people needs is another fucking accessible craft related hobby, because that just adds to the piles of fucking junk that sit on the desk. That adds to the pile of fucking art that goes in the closet that never sees the light of day. I have not been keeping up with what Claude has been doing here. There's honestly no reason why I shouldn't be doing this sort of stream more, because it really is just me kind of having to take a mental seat back. Because I don't feel like I can exactly focus on my work COD instances simultaneously when I'm streaming this. But I don't know. I was gonna make a point, but then I got distracted. This is pathetic. I'm not even fucking high right now. Cosplay is a very respectable hobby. You will likely not be surprised to hear that Gumi had a phase. Not something I'd do anymore, I think, but it's very expensive if you want to do it well, I think. Like, yeah, there is such a thing as, like, budget cosplay that, you know, all the, you know, really good things get into, very high-cost materials. If you hear purring, it's because my cat decided to get right up close to the mic. She always comes when I'm doing this shit. It's fantastic. And she stepped on the keyboard, as you can see. But yeah, cosplay is cool. I feel like it's gotten really popular the past decade as people go to conventions more. Okay, I'm gonna kick this cat out. I went to a rave recently where someone was cosplaying as like she couldn't have been like over the age of 25. She was cosplaying Papa Smurf. So that was fucking hilarious. I think I need to get an extra monitor soon, and when I do that, I will probably just put that whole monitor on stream, and then I can probably more easily work on multiple things at once on stream, because I think it would be cool if we did multiple community project ideas on this stream, just to show how easy it is to just multi-cloud, multi-loa, get a fuckload done. And I guess I could probably do that now, but I ideally would like to have a monitor that has chat up on screen and work up on screen, and I obviously don't want to show you all that since, you know, obvious reasons. Yeah, I had a setup with 3 monitors quite a while ago. I miss it. I've been trying to operate very frugally since no longer having it, but gotta say, I miss it. I'll probably get a second one soon. Maybe sometime in the next month, because I certainly have the space for it on my desk. Then again, I think the ideal is to have like monitor arms as opposed to monitors on a stand on the desk. Then desk space truly is not an issue. I went to a zoo yesterday. It was quite fun. It was kind of a spontaneous thing. So I really wanted to just have a change of pace. And I was still able to clod and get work done because of the grace of being able to SSH to my Mac Mini from my phone. And I cannot describe how nice it was to be able to just sit at a bench, feed some fucking animals, and ramble at Claude about Mabera. Very peaceful. It was kind of a cheaper zoo in the boonies too. So I almost kind of want to make that a thing I do sometimes, where I spend less than $10, drive out an hour, and just have a productive day among animals that should not be at all in the environment that they are in. I do feel like a lot of zoos and animal sanctuaries are not great. Very aware of how frankly abusive a lot of the practices are, but this one seemed, as good as a zoo like that can be, which was nice. I had never seen a cassowary in person before. Saw one yesterday, so that was neat. Those are some incredible fucking birds. In general, I'm very enthralled by birds like that are more dinosaur than anything. I agree with you on cows. Cows are very nice to be around. They're so peaceful. I grew up going to a farm a lot and learned a lot about what goes into raising cows, raising goats, all that sort of thing. Lots of poop, but very gentle creatures. I disagree with you on cats. Holy fuck, they smell awful. And what is cow swap chic? Is that a crypto thing? I think the main animal to me that has a nice odor would have to be rabbits. Very inoffensive smell to me. I miss raising them. Seems like we're making good progress. Claude's been at it for almost 20 minutes now. What's the longest y'all have ever let Claude run on a task before? It's really fun lately being able to have Claude run for several hours while I sleep, and then I can wake up to a lot of shit having gotten done, having a lot to look over. Okay, TIL chic, thank you. I am very out of the loop on everything related to anything DeFi, honestly, which is pretty fucking pathetic for someone in my position, but that's how it is. Yeah, I think I'm gonna aim to be able to show y'all how to run multiple instances of this shit next time I stream, because we've been sitting here for 20 minutes not having to do anything, and this does illustrate that, you know, Loa gets the job fucking done. And I don't want to say I'm bored, because I'm not bored, but I have the capacity, especially I have the mental capacity to be doing a lot more work right now, and I think that streaming would be a bit more productive and likely more entertaining if we could get going on multiple community projects. So maybe I can sort the additional monitor this week. Yeah, I bet you would like that, wouldn't you, Sat? I should probably just have you on sometime. That would be fun. We can make Loa streams more of a, you know, Loa while gumi yaps with people thing. That might be fun. I've been wondering too, like, if we keep up with Loa streams, should they be a different line of streams than the Gumi's drawing cave streams? I know you didn't mean you specifically, Sap, but I know we've talked about it in the past. I do think it would be fun. One thing too, it's like the angle of guests, it could be the sort of thing where we both give feedback to Loa together. Collaborative between humans and AI. I don't know why I'm thinking about this right now, but I will be teaching Amber tomorrow how to actually mint from the Mabera vending machine. Very excited. So it's about fucking time. Forgive me, I have to do shit with my hands now to make up for the fact that I can only stream one window at a time right now. So I apologize if you hear any plastic once more. Oh, wait, is it done? Did I start prematurely organizing beads? Okay, let's do it. Yeah, I think she is busy right now, and yeah, Sat, I'm not sure if I'm willing to take that risk. It certainly could be fun, and there is part of me that does want to, but no. Let me see if I can get this up on dev server. Please excuse me as we wait on shit. I guess there isn't even anything just that bad on my desktop. I just don't want to risk showing y'all anything you're not supposed to see, especially as it relates to work. Yeah, this is fair. There really is always bad stuff. Okay, I'm not gonna do my wallet connection stuff on screen, but it did build. Actually, nope, it's already fucking broken. I think I need to do that project key thing. I just realized I was muted. And this is, you are witnessing gumi fuck up in real time because I didn't have a project configured on Rion. And I can just do that off screen real quick. I think I'm almost done with what I need to do. There's Sinistry. Okay, now why is Rio not working for me? Oh my god. I have not reached my project limit. This is the free plan. I am entitled to one project. All I need is that little string to put into that file, and we were gonna be good to go. Aha, here it is. You can see how fucking lazy Gumi is right now. I cannot be bothered to navigate to shit. Oh my god, I don't want that open. Whatever. I'll fucking do this manually then. Fine. Source, library, wallet, constants. How hard is it to open something in text edit? Because it's apparently very hard. I don't know why shit's being dumb right now. Okay, here we go. Okay, file, save. And this is true about my laptop, but also I'm having some major battery issues with my laptop because I can never have a desktop and a laptop that work well at the same time. It's just, the universe has never willed that to Gumi, and that's completely fine. now this is how the new screen looks. And of course, we got some errors. Are we gonna just be here for a decent while we make sure that the new that V2 of this builds correctly? Because I think that's what this is leading to. Okay. Okay, so we connected our wallet, but it did not do anything on the side. That's fantastic. It really is always kind of a lot of chaos, I've found, especially in my own personal projects when I've integrated some sort of wallet connect or, you know, RabbitKit connection or some shit, where there's hella stuff to clean up when you actually want to get this to work correctly. But hopefully we shouldn't be going back and forth on this for too much longer. Okay, let's see if this works. Okay, 0 Maberas found, even though that wallet definitely has 15 Maberas. I think this stream has gone on for a bit, and the next stream should be devoted to, I guess, debugging this. Because, yeah, there's a lot to do already. However, I think we've made some amount of progress. Yeah. Thank you for spending time with Gumi. Sorry the stream was a bit more scuffed than usual and that I wasn't at all inebriated or intoxicated in any way. But I think this shows that Loa is able to do quite a lot even when your brain just isn't entirely there for whatever reason. So thank you for spending time with me. Thank you for suffering through this. Honestly, I want to see if I can just do the next round of this on Wednesday, most likely. Because I want to actually make sure that we get something usable going. I should probably actually put this up on the Honey Jar GitHub as well, just so y'all can it can probably be like more of a collaborative community effort as this starts to come together. So yeah, thank you. Have a good day, have a good night.